Well, hello, I'm Hodman SHO, the man, and welcome to a new interview with...
What's up, guys? Nancha Rancha in the house, aka Matt Hawkins.
Really?
That's my real name.
Oh.
Did I just pre-jump one of your questions?
Oh, you just kind of broke the fourth wall, you know.
Oh man.
What, really, another Matt. There's been a few Matts through YouTube I've known. A few Matts. No mattresses.
No mattresses.
Yeah,
But there's no Matt like me. I'm a one of a kind, baby.
That is very true. So, people, gentlemen, boys, girls, all ages, be you from Mars, Pluto, the Andromeda Galaxy, it is here.
Oh, nice.
The interview of the day.
Of the decade.
Of the day. Of the next probably 50 minutes. You will hear me ask some just bad questions. This guy, Matt, or Nancha Rancha, or whatever. I'll call him Hey You, or Hey Jude, whatever.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so have you ever heard any of my interviews before?
I can't remember if I've ever come across them. I've breezed through some of your videos. Some of them may have been interviews. I can't remember. I YouTube so much, I forget what I watch.
Oh, though people who currently watch my interviews, when I did the interview with Valentino, he's the one who said, "Well, oh boy, she's natural."
I can't say I remember that one.
Well, we did spend 3 hours recording 20 questions.
Yeah.
Which I tried to cut down and then gave up.
I noticed. I was like, wow, there's a lot of spaces between this.
I could have put maybe 3 or 4 hours into editing an hour, but I was like, I'm sure there's something I can do better with my time. But, right, where did the name Nancha Rancho, if I'm saying that right, hail from?
It's pronounced Nancha Rancha. A lot of people, when they read it, they read Nancha Rancha, which is understandable. But it actually came from when I was a teenager. I actually lived in Tennessee, and I was a little more darker complected. I had a nice dark tan because I lived in California, and everybody thought I was Mexican. So, and I did mention this in one of my Sunday sit-down videos, but everybody thought I was Mexican, so they started calling me Pancho, which is similar to Poncho. And my friends, they started doing some wordplay, and the actual full name is Nancha Rancha Pancha Raya, and that's what they called me. Yeah. And so when I started this YouTube channel not this September, but last September of 2014, I was like, what is a unique name that is catchy? And I started getting complex and everything, and I was like, let's make it more simple. And I went back to the roots of my youth, and I went with Nancha Rancha. I was like, there's no other Nancha Rancha out there, and it's got a little ring to it.
It's got a fair nice ring to it. A fair nice ring to it. So, what style did you come up with your own style, or has the style you've been doing, when I do catch your videos, is you in the corner making some ridiculous jokes and making funny faces and having insane zooms? Where did that style come from?
I can't. I can say that a lot of my techniques in my editing have improved over time from my first videos, and a lot of things that I do, or that I started doing in my editing, I did take bits and pieces of ideas from other YouTubers that I thought, hey, that's a really good idea. I've actually been recording videos since before YouTube. But there was never a platform to really share them on. So, I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, and No, I've just kind of picked up techniques and honestly, a lot of times I don't know how I'm going to edit a video until I'm just in it. And when I'm in the middle of it, whatever I'm saying or whatever's happening in the video, I just kind of go with it and just come up with stuff on the fly. So a lot of those videos that you see, like a lot of zooming and you know, like my character, like me in the video moving around and stuff, it takes a long time to do those. I mean, could take four or 5 hours to finish a 5 minute video versus 15 to 20 minutes to edit a 20-minute video that doesn't have much editing in it. But yeah, it's the style is just it's kind of however I'm feeling in that video, really.
Nice, nice. You're you've basically been doing this for a year then.
Yeah, a little over a year now.
That's and you've hit 500. Ever since I found your channel, you're gonna have to go back to the first time. Were you on Off Topic, or were you just on Coliseum Debates?
Um, Off topic. I no, I think it was just the debates. I think we started with the Dragon Ball Z.
Right. And when I first approached you about doing the Coliseum, I think you only had like 300, and that was not that long ago. It was the start of summer, so you've really, jumped. You're nearly 600.
Yeah.
Like the last time you celebrated, it was only a few weeks ago as well. You celebrated 500 subscribers by having a Google Plus chat.
Yeah.
And I missed it because there was family stuff going on. And the time before that, when he did the 400 celebration, I couldn't get in because I didn't have a webcam, and I spent ages trying to get in. And I was like, I'll be there for the 500, and I missed the 500, so I'll be there for the 600 because I have a webcam now.
Awesome.
Because there were things like it was just something came up in the family all got together, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm supposed to do something tonight.
Yeah, I missed you. There's a piece of me missing throughout that whole hangout.
I'm sure it was. Did you record? Is it on YouTube, or do you just leave them where you just? What do your talks? What are your talks like? What do you do in the hangouts?
Honestly, so the hangouts in the first two hangouts that I held, I tried to do some recording, and it didn't turn out very well. And so after that, I just kind of realized that, hey, you know what? These hangouts are kind of like special milestone hangouts to really celebrate, the subscribers, the viewers, and so I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna record that. It's just gonna be one of those things that just come up rarely, and if you're involved, then awesome, amazing. But I probably won't record them unless it's something truly of epic proportions. Then I might try to do some recording. But the talks themselves, they're very random. I mean, it's really the whole hangout. There's no set questions or anything like that. It's just you come in, introduce yourself, we just chit chat, we play around a lot, like with the little hangout tools that they have. You can draw faces, and yeah, so far the last 3 times I've had a lot of penises drawn on my face, which is fine. I don't mind that, as long as they don't slap me too hard in the face with them. But yeah, it's really, there's no structure. The last one was actually kind of Halloween themed, so I posted out there to share your Halloween costume or whatever, and I was really the only one with a Halloween costume. My brother did show up, and he didn't have a costume, so he actually took a unopened condom and stuck it to his forehead, and he called himself Condom Man. So that was pretty awesome.
Was that Jesse?
That was Jesse. Yeah.
Jesse, good guy. I saw. I'm gonna jump to the whole. So did I miss another hangout?
No, you
All
have
right.
not missed. I mean, the one for the 500, I did do that. I actually didn't hold that one till I was probably like at 530 subscribers. I kind of was late on that one. Pretty busy, but no, you haven't missed one yet. So we're touching on 600. We're at 578 right now.
Nice.
Yeah, 570.
That's nice. All this week I have been gaining and losing. So I went from 80 to 83 to 80 to 83 to 80 to 83. All week it's like someone is being a dick in programming in YouTube and Google. Haha, he's gained one. He's lost one. He's gained one.
Yeah.
He's lost one. It's been such an awkward week of going, and it's during the day as well. Oh, I have 183. Yeah. Oh, 180. Oh, 184. What? I got 4 now. Oh, back to 180.
I will say that is definitely the struggle. I try not to pay attention to it, but
I've lost one since I last looked.
Yeah, last night it was interesting because yesterday, I mean, I'm always checking to see if I have new subscribers, because if I have a new subscriber and they make a comment, I like to, say, hey, say something to them, just be like, hey, what's up, but yesterday I didn't really look at those until later in the evening, and I gained two subscribers. No, sorry, 3 subscribers. I was at 579, and I was like, oh wow, cool, yesterday was pretty successful, and I woke up today, I'm at 578. So it's pretty common. I'll gain 2, lose 3, gain 4, lose 1, and it's just up and down. So it's, I try not to think about it too much, but whenever you're such a small YouTuber, every subscriber is so exciting.
It's good. Like there's a YouTuber I've worked with before, and I started doing a Let's Play with him, and it's on hiatus because time difference. I'm super busy. Galfrick, that's not even close to his name. Godric Falcon. I did an interview with him, and he got to 1,000. And the minute he said he got to 1,000, he's averaging 6 a day.
Yeah, I heard that there's like there's like a real thick ceiling when it comes to reaching that 1,000, and once you hit 1,000, subscribers seem to come faster, and I think it has a lot to do with the YouTube algorithm and how it works. I think it has a lot to do with that. I know that there's a whole science behind how YouTube controls all that stuff. So I think once you hit 1,000, they start pushing your videos out more to other regions. But when you're small, it mainly sticks to your region, is more easily discoverable. So.
Yeah, he's nearly at 2,000, and it's only been, like, when we first started talking to him in May, he only had like 300. Now he has 1,700.
Wow.
And fair folks to him, his when I do watch, because I'm a fucker for subscribing to people and going, I was like, oh, I haven't checked this channel in ages. Go there, and there's like 20 videos. Like, oh fuck. And but anytime I do check his videos, they are very good and very funny.
That's cool.
Talking about YouTube, have you heard about YouTube Red?
YouTube Red?
Okay.
I have not heard of this.
Alright, the third interview I've asked about this, and no one has heard of it. YouTube, now, not all the facts are out there yet, so a lot of this has gone on speculation. YouTube Red is it's a new service the YouTube is offering. It is a monthly €10 subscription, $10 subscription to YouTube, where you get ads free. There's, ad blocker for that. Offline play, so you can download the stuff to your phone and watch them without internet. There's a few things you can upload stuff. It's basically the same, but there's a few little bonuses. But if anyone has any subscriptions out there, it means it's another subscription.
Huh. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. That's pretty neat. This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's it's fine. It's fine. I won't ask, because I've been trying to find someone who knows about it to talk to them. But everyone I've talked to is like, no idea what it is. We've heard of it, just not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'll have to look further into that. It is kind of neat how it says that you can actually record your save the videos offline and watch them, watch and listen uninterrupted, ad free, and all that. It looks pretty cool. To me, I don't mind looking at the ads because I know as a subscriber, and I do monetize my channel. I know how that works and for YouTubers, and I know with this service, I'm sure that that's their way of compensating for those who have this service. Those with ads, they still get that credit. I'm guessing that's probably how that works.
Yeah, but I've heard there's some YouTubers I've heard, big YouTubers, who say, I know I live through my ads, but I still use ad blockers.
Oh, okay.
And they're still gonna make money with ad blockers. But like I use ad blockers, and when I had to use a computer without ad blockers, and I see 6 or 7 ads on YouTube, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is? And the I hate ads that actually make noise. But actually, I had a point to all of this. But it's a lot of people are just saying the rich just getting richer. Like Google, who own a multi-billion-dollar company, getting more money. And if you already have a ton of subscriptions, can you really fork out another tenner a month?
Well, that's kind of how things work. I guess if if you're making entertaining content and you work hard on making your videos, all the more to you. I mean, if people can make a living off of it, fantastic. I mean, I enjoy YouTube for what it is, and I that's my only real source for entertainment besides Netflix from time to time. I definitely see it in my future to one day maybe make YouTube a career. That would be, to me, that would be a dream come true. And yeah, the majority of the money, quote unquote, the money, the profit, revenue, whatever that you're making from your channel, it goes to Google. But I mean, they provide that platform to do so. So got to keep the motors going.
We were talking about your brother Jesse.
Yeah.
Not named after the wrestler, but
No.
the other people.
He's named after the robber.
The robber.
Jesse James. Yeah.
I saw a while ago, looking through your playlists, you did a Conquerors video with him.
Uh-huh. And
I'm like, oh my god. Because you used to have a fantastic... It's fantastic. You can tell, a good repertoire with each other. You gel really well, and known each other for years and years. That really works, and it's something that I'd be just going to Jesse.
Yeah.
I think you used to should do more YouTube stuff because it's really funny. And broken games, because it was fun watching the videos you and Jesse, and
awesome.
Yeah, well, that's true. And I saw a bit of I didn't even want to watch it. I watched a bit of it. The cans you did.
Which one?
Eating the cans without labels.
Oh, the tin can challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, though I just put that up this morning. Yeah.
I was watching bits of that. Was that your wife? Oh, I'm gonna guess.
It's my girlfriend.
Oh, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Don't even put too much pressure on you. I got to see bits of it. I was going through it because I was doing stuff this morning, and I was like, oh, the minute you said dog food, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was. We actually recorded it yesterday, and I edited it. And I was up till about midnight finishing that video, and I think it turned out pretty good. But yeah, I actually predicted at the very beginning of the challenge that I was going to end up getting the 2 worst ones, and I ended up getting those. That was terrible. Surprisingly, dog food is not as bad as one would think. It's pretty gross, but it's not as bad as you think.
Gross. And you can check that out on his channel. That's not a hint, nudge, plug for his channel or anything. And it's not a hint, nudge, for him and his brother to do some more videos because they're really entertaining. Hint,
yeah.
Nudge.
We've actually we've got a handful of challenge videos that her and I have done together actually. And I actually do have a playlist on my page that's a challenges playlist. Can't remember how many videos, maybe like 4 or 5.
Nice. That's I like that. That's
yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
I like to keep my channel, have a variety in there.
spice of life.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to do the cinnamon challenge. That's something I definitely don't want to do.
Yeah, I've seen that. Why would anyone want to do that?
No.
It's just 20 seconds of someone going, "Oh, I'm going to do the cinnamon challenge," and then about 4 hours of them complaining and getting sick and washing them out.
I mean, it was entertaining when it first came out, but it's like, okay, after like the 100th video of the same thing, it's like, okay, that's enough. You should get it by now. It's going to burn and it's going to suck, and definitely don't inhale it because you'll die.
Yeah. And that's how we learn.
That's right.
What YouTubers inspired you to do YouTube? Well, first, why did you start YouTube? What got you? What feat of boredom were you in? Like,
Actually, after I had an apartment before I moved into this house, and my brother and we moved into that apartment together. And once he moved out, it was all mine. And at the end of the day, when I came home from work, I sat around and basically watched YouTube videos and played video games. And I started coming across. That's when I started watching Let's Play videos. Before then, I've used YouTube many times for fail videos and how-tos and stuff like that, but I've never really felt like watching Let's Plays. I never really interested me, and then I started actually getting into them, and I started watching some Let's Plays, and some of the bigger YouTubers, which I don't even have to mention them. There's multiple ones out there that have made a pretty good living for themselves. And I started watching some of them, and then I started watching some of the smaller ones, and I was like, I thought about it. It hit me. I was like, wait a minute. I've actually been doing this way before YouTube even started. I actually used to record my gameplay on a VCR on the PlayStation 2. And I thought, wait a minute. I've made videos. I actually... On my free time and when I was in college, I actually enjoyed making videos. I actually had a channel, a much older channel, and I used to make different videos, like how-tos, computer videos. I actually made a documentary. I did do somewhat of a non-sponsored, non-certified, unofficial commercial, and I really enjoyed making videos. And when I came to that realization that, hey, I could totally make this type of videos, and I enjoy doing it. I just haven't had the inspiration to what's my next video going to be. And my girlfriend said, hey, you should totally do that because she gets a kick out of me when I'm playing video games. I say off the wall crap and just my reactions, and I was like, really? You think so? And she said, definitely, you definitely should. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And so I started it. My first few videos were, I wasn't too sure how to act in front of the camera because my previous videos weren't necessarily me in front of the camera. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with it, and now it is what it is, and I try to improve my channel where I can, but that's how it got started, really.
Nice. Does when it's definitely so when I eventually...
I did forget to mention. I just remembered when my brother did live in the apartment with me. We had a single living room and we had a television. When I wanted to play a game, I'm always like, hey, are you using the TV? You mind if I play a game? And he's like, yeah, no, cool. I like watching you play video games. He was the first person that I've ever met that actually said, yeah, no, I enjoy just watching you play a game. To me, that's boring because I'm a gamer. I cannot stand watching somebody else play a game because it irritates me. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. You're doing it wrong. Give me the controller. So that's one of the other things that got me going. I was like, I've been told that I'm enjoyable to watch play, I guess. So, yeah, that's another part of the motivation. So, anyway, sorry.
Well, yeah, these are kind of really nice, straightforward answers. It's nice to make this a little easier. Did you find when you started officially doing YouTube, when you went, this is what I'm going to do for fun, and this is I want to entertain people. Did you ever think, as I do now and again, as I'm slowly getting away from doing Let's Plays, did you ever think of there is already a absolute shit ton of LP channels out there? How can I be different?
Yes, and I will say, um, yes. When I first started the channel, I didn't keep to any standard. I was just constantly trying to improve my videos, the quality of them, and everything. And it took me a while to say, okay, I'm gonna have a standard of one video a day. And during that period, I ran into that question a lot to myself. I was like, it's not that there are a lot of really good, like quote unquote professional Let's Play video channels. There's really only a handful, but there are a ton of amateur Let's Play channels, tons of them. And I gotta say, a lot of them are they're very, very linear. A lot of them stick with, say Minecraft. There are a ton of Minecraft channels. There are a ton of like Call of Duty, Battlefield style channels that stick with just that style. But they're really, I haven't seen a whole lot. There are out there, but I haven't seen a whole lot of amateurish, uh, uh, random gameplay Let's Play videos that are done with high quality. And so I kept telling myself, I'm like, there is a very, very stiff competition out there for smaller channels trying to get big, and it's getting harder and harder to be recognized every day. It's getting harder and harder. New channels are opening up, and I know that I just keep reminding myself of what everybody's told me just throughout my childhood, even up to now, that I've always been the class clown. I've even when I was younger, I even had a girlfriend break up to me because she says you joke too much. So I keep reminding myself, like, okay, I may not think I'm the funniest guy in the world, but I've been told otherwise. People think I'm funny, and I get good reactions of people when I'm playing games, just sitting in my living room with my friends or whatever. So I know computers, which gives me that edge up on trying to make my channel a little better, like quality wise. So in all reality, there may be a lot of other channels out there that likes to do Let's Play videos, but what makes a difference is standing out from the crowd. Like, I have a picture actually at work on my desk that I put up on my wall. It says, "I'm not here to be average. I'm here to be awesome." And every day, that's what I try to do. I'm not here to be average. I'm here to try to be awesome. So that to me, that's what I think stands out from the rest. I try not to be boring. I try to really just be myself, not trying to crack a joke. I'm just being me.
Nice, that's nice. What do you think has worked? Have you tried to figure out what works? Is it tags, titles, thumbnails, odd, weird videos about? Did you do a video about someone with poo eating poo? Was that you?
I've I've had a couple videos. There was one that I actually titled "Pooping on People," and it was a game called Muddy Heights, and it was one I did actually a while back. And I, to your question, like you're asking, like, have I found the formula? And I gotta say, there definitely is a formula to YouTube. And I've learned that all my videos don't have that formula. I know that, not every one of my videos is going to entertain every one of the people that subscribe to my channel. They may watch one or two of the videos throughout the week, but not find others interesting. And I may not get new subscribers every video that I put out. And I could definitely say that when it comes to wanting to be recognized, at least having your video clicked on, a thumbnail is a very important thing, because let's face it, when you're scrolling through your phone or scrolling through your browser on your computer, the first thing you see is thumbnail. And so if you have a catchy thumbnail that's clear, understandable, not too busy, a lot of people like to make their thumbnails real busy, lots of words and stuff like that. That's something that I know doesn't work. You don't want to make it busy. You want to make it simple, interesting for people. I could definitely say um, having some sort of skin, sex-related thumbnails will definitely get you recognized. But I will say that I've actually been accused of creating clickbait before on one of my videos, and it was called Titty Sprinkles. And
I
and
wonder why.
well, okay, so that's the thing though. Like I've always known about this, and I know that YouTube actually used to punish channels for doing it, for putting like a
I
picture.
didn't know they punished them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've actually heard about this. Is a lot of channels. What they used to do is, no matter what the video is, they would just put a picture of a hot girl, and obviously that's going to get the attention of millions of young men all over the world, and they're going to click it. But when you get into it, it's something totally different. And the way that they did this, and I I use the word punish loosely. What they used to do, YouTube's algorithm used to depend on how many times your video was clicked on. Well, they picked up on this, and so they've actually changed that. And YouTube does not recognize the clicks as a revenue generating
Minutes
source.
watched now.
It's exactly it's the retention span. So
But
if
that has also ruined animators on YouTube, small animators.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it has its pros and its cons. I mean, it's never going to be a perfect world, but yeah. So what matters with YouTube now is if somebody clicks on your video, how long are they watching it? You know, if they click on it and they're out within 5 seconds, then it's not going to help you. You've got to be entertaining. You got to keep your audience's attention. It's the same thing with a movie. If you go to the movie theater, I mean, if within the first 30 minutes, if it is a complete garbage movie, you're going to be like, okay, I really don't want to sit through the rest of this. I'm going to go get my money back. This is a terrible movie. Same thing. I mean,
That's why a lot, and I do it as well. I used to when I first, because you used to have to do a lot of things when I first joined YouTube to be able to do longer than 10-minute videos or 15-minute videos.
yeah,
I remember it was a pain in the ass to get an unlimited upload time. I know that's gone at this point, but I remember when I had to apply for it and all this, and I got it. But we had to, me and my friend had to apply to get longer loading times. So I started putting 30-minute videos up and hour-long videos of nothing important at all. And I found that was just stupid, because there'd be the big YouTubers like a Chuka Conroy who says, well, 10 to 15 minutes is kind of perfect.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I do now. My Laura Craft Tomb Raider, that's what I'm doing right now. It's 42 videos long, at 10 minutes to 15 minutes long.
Right.
Just because I consciously decided, because of YouTube is now on how much you're watching and how long you're watching, I can't just do something that you're gonna click on. I had to do something that you're gonna actually watch. And that game, in some points, are very, very, oh my god, what the fuck's going on, to very boring. Slightly like, if you're watching it, it's very boring. Playing the whole game is amazing, but to watch some bits of you, testing out your bow and arrow trying to kill a deer is very, very boring to watch.
Yeah.
Like, do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that that's one of the things that from the very beginning of my, starting YouTube, that I did a lot of research on, and that's, average video times and what that really means. And yeah, when you start going over that 8 to 9 minute mark and you surpass that, you really need to have a very captivating video or have a very dedicated audience to continue watching. And if you don't, it's just not going to work. When it comes to like these longer Let's Plays, like playing through an entire game, like I've done quite a few of these now, and right now I'm on Soma, and they range from between 20 and 30 minutes. And the reason I refuse to go further past 30, 35 minutes, that's the max, is because of that reason. And I actually had one of my awesome subscribers, and if he's listening, you know exactly who you are. He actually asked me, he said, hey, you should cut these down because after about 10 minutes they get a little boring. Well, I thought about it, and I totally hear what he's saying. But I also did the math. Now, if and I'm just using Soma as a reference, Markiplier, he puts out 2 videos a day, and he finished Soma in like a week and a half because he can put out that many videos. He does it full time. So his videos are 30, 35 minutes each. And he put out, I think it was 12 or 15 episodes. Now, I did the math on that. And if I were to split my 20 to 30-minute videos up in 10-minute increments, that would be like 45 episodes, which means that my one video a day, I would be a Soma channel for over a month. And it's like I would rather take the risk and put out 20-minute episodes than do Soma for over a month, And also another way to think about it is when you watch your favorite television show, they average, some of them are an hour, some used to be 30 minutes. So I look at it like that. When I put out these 20, 30-minute videos, but it's a full walkthrough of an entire game, I look at it as this is the next episode in the series for, this TV show, if you will, So that's how I try to look at it. It makes me feel a little bit better at putting out a longer video. But hopefully those who are actually interested in watching that game, don't get bored with it. But I know what you're talking about when it comes to like when you're playing a full game through and you have to do like little things like learn the buttons and all that stuff. That is straight up boring. Nobody wants to see it. So I make it a point to go through and I do take out that stuff like walking from one side of the map to the other. I take that out, I just, unless there's something interesting in between that's funny, maybe could be entertaining to watch, I remove it. So you're not sitting there literally watching somebody play through it,
Yeah, I go back and forth on that. Either I show absolutely everything, like Tomb Raider is 42 episodes. It's over a month. It's going to be over a month. But it also means I'm going to be, because I recorded that in a week, it means I'm going to be free till the end of November. So I can either start recording a new Let's Play or do more stuff like this and get ready for bigger events with me and legit hint to my actual loyal fans. Yeah. What's coming up, you know what's coming up, and it means we can plan and do one thing. But it also means I'm very bored because I usually like keep myself busy with YouTube. But it means because the last big Let's Play I did was the new Super Mario Bros. On the DS, and I cut out boring bits. I was like, oh, I've died here, why would I re-show this? Let's cut to where I get to. So I've done Tomb Raider that has absolutely everything I've done, and I did New Super Mario Bros. That had the game, but all the deaths cut out. Well, I'd show every time I died, because funny, and that Let's Play did alright, but it's a constant battle that I could have a really good series of games, will get good views, and then I have a big, popular game that gets no views. And I find it's a constant battle to find something interesting and pick an approach that you find interesting.
Yeah.
And it's this is why it's YouTube. It's not a network program. It's not going to be shown all over the world. Well, it is shown all over the world, but I don't have a panel or a whole committee of a board going, no, I think the show should be cancelled after the 5th episode because, who wants a conclusion if you're watching and joining? Yeah. So if this was like, if I was on Fox News, Tomb Raider would have been cancelled after like the 6th episode.
Yeah.
And New Super Mario Bros. Would have got a 2nd season.
Yeah. Well, see, I when you mention that, you sit down, you do, you play through that game, and record a lot all at once or in a short period of time, and then with the time frame and the uploads, you say, like you're good for a while. You can just, keep your YouTube channel going with that video that you've already done, which I struggled with that the whole first year. This whole first year of my YouTube channel, what I've done is every single day I go to work, I come home, I record, and then I spend hours editing, and then I upload. And it's taken me a long time, this whole year basically, to learn this routine, because that was killing me. It was totally killing me. With having a full-time job and wanting to make this a full-time job, you've really got to be dedicated to do it. But my routine was killing me. I wasn't getting any sleep. I was going to bed at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I still had to get up at 6. And so what I've actually learned to do is instead of me recording, like, say, Soma and record, like, 10 episodes, like, or the whole thing all at once, what I usually do is I have a routine for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I work on my Sunday sit-down video, which that one takes up probably the most time. And then Sunday, I use that to dedicate toward a lot of recording, but only recording for the rest of the week up until the next Sunday. And so what that allows me to do is what I'll do is I'll put it on. I have a board in my little studio here that I write down what I'm going to record on Sunday, and I'll record maybe 2 or 3 episodes of the series that I'm playing. But then I'll also choose a couple off topic, games, some random games, just to keep it entertaining and keep it random. At the same time, I like you've seen, I do like unbox videos of like Arcade Block and Loot Crate and 1UP Box. I get those randomly. So when I come home, even if I have a video up and ready to go for the next day, if I get one of those boxes in the mail, I'm immediately jumping on that and recording that and putting that the next day. So it keeps everything different and fresh. I don't want to. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of holding on to a video for too long and saying, okay, this video is going to be up next month. I like to keep it a lot more fresh. So I feel like I'm just more involved in my channel that way. But at the same time, throughout the week, the only thing I have to do when I come home is edit and render and upload rather than record at the same time, because then I don't even have enough time for dinner. And I like to eat. Eating is good.
Yeah, during I will start the Robin bit eventually. At the start of the year, because I'm still in college, I'm done all my work, I'm just waiting to end up. So at the start of the year, I was very busy for a while. So April, I pre-recorded stuff and I just had it to upload because I knew I'd be so busy, and I don't think I did many videos in April just because I knew I was going to be super busy. But now that I'm finished, I had to get home and eat it. But I try to do after dinner, maybe an hour of recording and get that ready for editing the next day. And if there's time, I'll do an hour, because I find with Tomb Raider, I could only record about an hour and 20, so maybe 10 episodes, maybe less, 8 episodes, and then that would take an hour and a bit, and then what it would take to render them before I can actually edit them would take a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So I was also, with Tomb Raider, I was kind of lucky because I was also sick at the same time when I was recording them.
Hey, the new Tomb Raider's coming out this month.
And it's not out for Steam till the new year.
Oh, I just picked up an Xbox One last week, so I'm either gonna get it on the Xbox One or the PS4, but I'm definitely getting that.
Yeah, I've seen leaked stuff and all that stuff. It looks really good. But this is the point of the interview. I usually do this a little earlier in the interview, but whatever.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Inside the Actor Studio?
Inside the Actor Studio?
Yes.
God, that sounds really familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Is that a show? Is that a what is that?
It's an interview.
Is it kind of like Between Two Ferns, but with Zach Galifianakis, but more serious?
Yes, it's like
yes,
that.
I have. Where they take a big A-list actor on stage with I think what is it, an audience of actual inspiring students, actors. Yes, I have seen that. It's pretty interesting, actually.
But from that show, he asks these 10 questions.
Okay.
He robbed from a French broadcaster.
Okay.
He's been in it for a while, and I robbed them from him.
Awesome. Let's do it together. We're bandits, man. We're bandits. We're rebels. We live on the edge.
I've done this in every episode of all my interviews except one, because he refused to do it.
Let's do it.
So, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word. My favorite word. Fantastic.
Good. The last few people I've done this didn't want to answer the first 2 questions. What is your least favorite word?
Can't.
What? Okay. What creatively turns you on to create content for YouTube?
Um, the freedom to express myself. Yeah, in short, freedom to express myself.
What creatively turns you off for making content for YouTube?
Creatively turn it time. Because I have a full-time job and it does take a lot of time to do it, but I definitely know my passion and the direction I want to take in life, and that is to be my own boss. I've always wanted that, and to freely express myself.
Nice. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or noise do I love? Um, that's a tough one. Sound or noise? That's a difficult. You're gonna have to edit this silence out.
I will not.
Yeah. um. Sound or noise? Oh, you know what? It's my new ringtone, and it's not a ringtone. It's actually the notification sound. If you've ever seen Big Hero 6,
Yeah.
you will recognize this sound, and I'll play it for you right now.
Is that what's been making noise a few times during this interview?
No, probably not. What's the noise that you've heard?
I just thought I'd been hearing your phone going off.
Oh no, it could. I'm not sure what it could be, but here it is. That is when Big Hero 6 does the fist bump and he goes la 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 la. I love that.
Doing that in my college for ages. Fist bump.
Yeah, I love that.
What sound or noise do you hate?
The sound the sound that your computer makes from the BIOS when some critical error is going on, that obnoxious beep, because that just means I have to get to work. And I don't want to come home and work on the same crap that I do at work.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Fair enough.
It's such a good word. It's strong, it's firm.
It is. It's very firm.
And it could be used for anything. I mean, you could use it in so many ways. It could be used in a good way. It could be used for pleasure.
What profession other than your own would you like to attend? And for this one, I mean YouTube. What besides let's playing and what you do? What else would you like to do? What would you prefer to do?
Originally, and it's what I'm doing for a living right now, and it's working in IT. Originally, it was IT, and that's because I was so into computers and. But I've been in IT for a long time, and I know that that's not something I want to grow old and die doing, because in all reality, being in IT is a technology janitor is what it is. I guess other than YouTube, besides running like my own channel, some form of entertainment. I mean, who doesn't want to be like an actor, some form of a star? I don't know how I'd handle being under the limelight if that were to ever happen, but I think that would be an adventure totally worth going on.
Nice. What profession would you hate to do?
I can definitely tell you I've had many different jobs. I have had a lot of different jobs, and I can definitely say that the number one worst job that I would never want to ever have again out of anything I've ever done or seen is a prison guard. I did work as a correctional officer in a maximum security prison for about 4 months, and I hated it. It's the worst environment any human being could ever be in. Besides complete poverty in a third world country. I'm sure that would be 10 times worse.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrived at the pearly gates?
Honestly, I would if it existed and I was greeted with a message that was personal to me, it would be somewhere along the lines of I did a good job. Like my life that I did live was worth it. It meant something. Whether it meant something during my lifetime or it meant something after my life was over. Because I would hate to die without a good story or something. Because it goes along the same lines as a hero. A hero is great, but what's better than a hero? And that's a legend. And a legend doesn't become anything until the hero's gone, right? So, yeah, I'd want to say, yeah, that I did a good job in whatever I did.
Nice. Well, that is the 10 questions. You answered them fairly enough and quite quick. That usually kills 15 minutes of the interview. You killed about maybe 10. Maybe.
Hey man, I'm an honest guy. I didn't give myself enough time to lie.
That is fair enough, and that seems to be a word I say a lot when I do interviews with people. Fair enough. We're coming up to the end, very close to the end of the interview, and
Okay.
if Matt, Matt, is there anything you would like to ask me, or have any questions of your own? This is the exact minute you have.
Do you share my videos?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Honesty is fine. I'm perfectly good with honesty. It doesn't. My feelings don't get hurt that easy.
I don't actually share anyone's videos, and I probably should. Even the videos I made with Lydia, I should probably share them. I never do.
Well, if you did though, if you put all the hard work in it, see, I like to like when I make a video, I'm a part of some Google Plus communities, and that's honestly since I joined the Google Plus communities, I've gotten way more responses for my videos. A lot of people say nobody uses Google Plus, but I will definitely say that I've been using it now for maybe 8 months or so out of the little over a year that I've been on YouTube, and just as a comparison, I will tell you that my YouTube channel, I think I'm touching on 100,000 views, but on my Google Plus channel, I have over 1.3 million views. So there are plenty of people on Google Plus. It's a great place to meet other people and to network and to share your ideas and your videos and stuff. Just as a FYI, if you want to get yourself out there a little more, you just got to find the right community that's for you.
Fair enough.
But I don't, questions, no, I don't really have any questions, actually.
Well, with that then, I have been Hold the Man that Takes You to the Man, and I'd like to thanks you. Yeah, thanks you. I'd like to thank my guest of this evening. I'll let him send his end cap, because it's better than mine.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do Kevin here a big fat ass favor and hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, then do so now. And as always, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been really fun, but I'm done with that shit. Later, guys.
Till next time, take care, goodbye. See ya!